Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Planet Tyro. I am your host, creator, podcaster, videographer, editor, whatever you want to call me, Donald Wonder. And it's time for the big channel update from, I'm going to call this the decade channel update because it's been a decade, I think over 10 years since I started this project, started podcasting, and I wanted to touch base. But this is a long video, which I'm hardly going to edit, just so anyone who's subscribed that have been following the channel for years, who would like to hear an actual substantial update about the future of the channel, uploads, what's going on, all that stuff, I'm going to update it because there's going to be one major change right now that I want to announce, which has to do with uploads and current uploads. So, and then I want to get onto my thoughts about just Planet Tyro as a project in general, the future, what I want to do, and la 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 la. So for those of you who might only stick around for 5 minutes, let's just get the bullet point stuff out of the way. First of all, for the last maybe 2 or 3 or 4 years, most of my uploads, as you guys noticed, have been about the Woody Allen retrospective podcast, which is the long form discussions we had for reviewing Woody Allen movies. And then when we caught up with all the Woody Allen movies, we moved on to a project called Woody Allen Adjacent, which I'm currently doing with James Daniel Walsh. Lovely guy, love working with him. And, you know, I've been uploading these long form episodes, the whole thing, on YouTube, as well as on our podcast feed, which you can subscribe to if you wish. But that's not how this channel started. This channel was not focused on Woody Allen. It only became that when I stopped the other stuff. So the first thing I want to announce is that the Woody Allen long form discussions are not going to be uploaded to this channel anymore. Planet Tyro will not have the whole recording sessions of the podcast. The podcast feed that everyone subscribed to, it will still be there. You can still subscribe to it on iTunes or Stitcher or Podbean, whatever. That's not going away. The videos are. The reason why the videos are, as I mentioned on the last episode of the podcast, the Woody Allen retrospective, Woody Adjacent podcast, I mentioned that James has invited me to kind of do, I think he proposed something to me, which is revamping Manic Expressions, the website he's been working on for a decade as well, over a decade. He really wants to reforge Manic Expression, and he wants us to give it a good go by the most, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, James, and I know James will comment on this because I might be saying this wrong, but basically we're going to get a collective of people from Manic Expressions that are very active, very focused, pull all our resources in together and focus on the one channel. Instead of us all doing our individual things, we're going to come together like the Avengers and focus on building Manic's. But, well, we're not just building Manic Expression up as an entity in itself. We're supporting each other, and I have no problem doing that because, to be perfectly honest with you, I know a lot of you guys on Planet Tyro have been annoyed about me stopping the movie reviews, the other movie reviews apart from Woody Allen, the anime reviews, the book reviews, and basically just 90% me and Woody Allen. That's gonna stop now. So you're not gonna see the Woody Allen uploads for the video on here anymore. They're going to be moved over to Manic Expression from next month, August 2022 onwards. And even there, we're going to release clips, highlights of it, and feed people into the podcast feed directly. So it makes sense to me. Now, there might be I think there's going to be a little minority of people that'll be irritated by this because I know a lot of people found out about the Woody Allen podcast through YouTube. You know, I haven't looked at the statistics, but I think about 40%, 30%, let me say 30% of people found our podcast through our long form discussions. But all those old videos are still going to be there anyway. So I'm not going to delete the old ones. They're still going to be on this channel. So people can still find the podcast through the old uploads we did on the Woody Allen retrospective anyway. So to cut a long story short, no more Woody Allen long form uploads on Planet Tyro. They're going to be on Manic Expression in short form clips, but the podcast isn't going anywhere. So what does that mean for Planet Tyro moving forward? Because most of the recordings I do are for Woody Allen right now. You know, people want me to get back to the the anime reviews and the book reviews and movie reviews. But again, it's not a big channel. I just got about 1,400, 1,500 subs anyway. So, you know, literally, how much time do I have to focus on this? Not a lot. The Woody Allen recordings are just once a month, and that's all the time I can afford because I'm basically working 2 jobs right now. One job for the NHS and one job trying to start up my own business, personal company thing, which might fall on his face, but you know, and hopefully through that, you know, if those things are successful, especially with the private business I'm trying to run, I would have more time to podcast. So yeah, so this channel might be a bit quiet because we're going to stop the Woody Allen releases here, but I think people are going to be happy for me to talk about other stuff more here. Will I have time to talk about the other stuff here? Will I have time to focus on movie reviews and books and anime? And no, not for now. Not for now. So I know this channel's gonna fall down a bit, you know, in terms of uploads. But I'm gonna make a conscious effort to upload other stuff. And I know a lot of people subscribe to this channel for the anime stuff. You know, if you look at how much anime videos we've got, old anime, not new anime. We've got anime from, you know, I mean, this was a retro anime channel for such a long time. And I told you guys years ago that, you know what, new anime kind of pissing me off. I think I've seen it all. But since then, I honestly, if you want to know how much I watch anime now, it's very sporadic. I've never stopped watching anime, but that was the only thing I used to watch back in 2010, you know, up to 2015. And I didn't like what I was seeing in the anime community, anime production. But now it's so much more creative, so much more inventive. There are a plethora of shows that are being released. And I want to say that I'm really blown away that when I started Planet Tyro, let me put it so, when I started podcasting originally way back in 2010, 2011, and it was me and Old Boy and One Life and Nuance, you know, we just wanted to talk about anime and we just wanted to galvanize a community of anime lovers, and we wanted anime to be in the mainstream and not niche. You know, Crunchyroll was there even back in the day, but we wanted Netflix to get involved, Amazon to get involved. Look at this, 2022, Netflix in particular have become a power anime source. Some of the manga that Old Boy was talking about, I think yesterday I went on Netflix and I saw they even had Vinland Saga now. I think that's one of Old Boy's favorite mangas, and it's on there now. Netflix have bought and licensed so many anime and dubbed it in English. Grappler Baki, Super Crooks. They produce more adult animation like Big Mouth, you know, BoJack Horseman. Netflix are now doing what we always championed back in the day, you know, and there's the anime community on YouTube it completely exploded. And I'm glad I was there to collaborate with a lot of the anime community YouTubers back in the day, you know, interviewed some of them, collaborated with some of them. Some of them hated ones, even like the anime snob. But some of the loved ones, some of the guys I really like the black anime critic or black critic guy, the black critic guy, I love that guy. It's all Tony. I wish I collaborated more with Tony as well, and he taught me a lot about YouTube. So many people have come and gone, and you know, we're still chugging along, just doing our thing because I just love doing this. It's never been about the money. Monetization came and went and was just so tiny with this channel, and I just love sharing my thoughts on being a nerd and what I watch and what I consume. But you know, I've made a lot of friends through this venture, a lot of friends. Even the last podcast project I did with Joe Lead and Stanley, the voice of my podcast, loved doing that so much. And the only reason that I kind of stopped is because of finances and time. And yeah, if I won the lottery, I'll tell you this for real, I would be doing nothing but podcasting, meeting people, talking shit, and just loving geek. I would be in the Philippines watching anime, watching movies, reviewing it, talking, and just enjoying the good life. And that's what I'm trying to do now. Anyway, suffice to say, I do love everything I loved before. I love now. Anime, movies, television, complete geek. And I've loved sharing it with you guys who have watched from day one. And you know, a lot of my friends and family watch this. Even friends that I don't speak to that much anymore because we're all busy, blah blah blah. Even family. Some people will text me and be like, "Hey, Jesse, you know, I saw that video you did. Da, da, da. That's cool, man. I love that shit." But this channel is gonna. It's just. I'm just in a time in my life where I just got to regroup. And as an adult, bills to pay, living in London is expensive. All this madness going on in the world with the Ukraine war, the cost of living crisis. If you live in Britain, there's a lot of madness going on. At the time I'm recording this, it is July 16th, 2022. And, you know, there's a lot of bad shit going on in the world. Not just in the UK, but the heat. We're about to go through a heat warning wave thing that I'm just like, you know what? Let me record this now because I ain't going to be working next week because of the heat wave. And yeah, I just wanted to touch base with you guys really to let you know what's going on with the channel. There are some diehard people that always comment, like Bio Gundam. I know he always mentions the comment on the recent ones. People that follow the Woody Allen retrospective podcast that aren't negative, that are very supportive and like hearing this black guy, you know, middle-aged guy just talk about it in a very general way. I don't know. I'm just rambling now. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you sticking with me this far. And the future of the channel, man, I think that probably 5 or 10 years from now, I'm going to put a lot more energy in podcasting because by that time I would have a lot more finances to chill. But right now, I'm just on the grind, man. Just working hard on the grind, working on the new business, working with the NHS part-time. Busy. So, you know, and yeah, man, I really wanted to touch base with Old Boy as well. He's one of the, you know, he was my original partner in this. He's super busy on stream. Check him out. I know he's still doing this thing on Twitch, gaming. And yeah, man, I actually wanted to do this recording with him, touch base, talk about our history. But I think that'll come later. Just, I don't have the time. And I know he might check out this video and be like, leave a comment down below. Oh boy, if you've seen this, leave a comment down below. Leave a comment down below, oh boy, all right, if you see this video. But it's been such a great journey and I'm happy to continue it. The channel's not dead. This channel is not dead. You know, if you followed me all the way from Spill to Double Toasted, shout out to Corey, by the way, Corey Coleman. Can't wait to get back to Austin one day. Got much love for Corey. Miss all the guys over there. Martin as well, Double Toasted. Miss you guys a hell of a lot. If you followed us from Spill, Double Toasted, you know, in person, all my friends, you know, Paul, Simon, all the people I met, Will, Chris, Raven, all of the people I met and collaborated with, you know, it's been great, man. It's been great. But yeah, man, it's time to pivot. It's time to focus on the next chapter. And I just wanted to touch base. And I'm going to leave it there for now. What I will say is I got one more video to release, which is going to be a content video. The Wheel of Time. Finished it. Finally finished The Wheel of Time. You know what? I might as well just throw in a couple more things. I saw Everywhere, All the Time, All at Once. That was a crazy movie. That was a movie that I was like, it was like Scott Pilgrim on acid. Scott Pilgrim's already on acid, but that movie was like Scott Pilgrim, Multiverse of Madness, acid. It was absolutely great. Yeah, man, I watched that. There's so many things I haven't spoken about that I've checked out over the last couple of months that people have asked me to watch and review and talk about, which I just haven't had the time to. What's that series about the rich white family? I think it's based off The Guy Who Owns the Sun. I can't remember. I'll pull it here. This series is great. It's the series everyone said is the best series in the world. It was a great show. Succession. There it is. Succession. Then We Crashed was great as well. We Crashed, Jared Leto and Hathaway was great. When it comes to Marvel, by the way, I mean, what's the point in talking about Marvel? Everyone knows Marvel, every little thing. But to be frank, I haven't loved all the Marvel stuff recently. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, very disappointing. Didn't like it. Was a mess. It actually felt more like Scarlet Witch, WandaVision episode 13. Another episode, because Doctor Strange, very disappointing. 4, which I saw in the cinema just the other week. It was fine. It was disappointing compared to Ragnarok, but you know. And what else? I watched the anime Super Crooks, by the way, on Netflix. That was pretty good. The first episode, I think, anyway, Super Crooks was cool. I've watched so much anime, but I just haven't been motivated to talk about them on a video, but that will change. That will all change. This is going on very long. So let me wrap this up and say, you know, I hope you guys are not I don't think many people are going to be too upset about this, but if you're annoyed about not seeing the long form Woody Allen recordings, subscribe to the podcast. The podcast is still going to be there, okay? So subscribe to the podcast directly and you'll get the audio. And Manic Expression, when that's up and running and everything, I think I'll even do another video kind of tying that together a bit more, but I'll put a link in the description. Maybe not the first week of this recording you see it, but check out the links in the description for everything I'm saying. If the links aren't there and then next week, just come back to the video. But anyway, let me just end by saying thank you for subscribing all this time. Thank you if you're frustrated about the uploads and not doing the things I used to do, then I apologize. But I think, things are going to change over the years and I'm still going to sporadically do recordings and the channel's not dead. One way or another, it's not dead. Especially me, if you follow me directly, I'll be working on other projects. But, just thought I'd touch base and say it's been a hell of a decade. Things have changed so much with podcasting, media and influencers and YouTubers, and just being there from such an early time has been very interesting. I wish I did things a hell of a lot differently. If I had hindsight is always 2020, right? And if I knew how things were going to be, the YouTube channel could have been my job and I could have focused on things better. But, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Doesn't matter. I love YouTube. That's why I'm still here uploading to it, taking time out. And that's never going to change. So thank you for subscribing. If you watch this whole video and watch me ramble and rant and da-da-da, I appreciate you and I appreciate it. And if you like what we do, leave a comment down below. Share your thoughts. And I guess that's it for now. I'm sure I'm forgetting something, but I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers so far. I'm probably going to lose subs on this video, but it doesn't really, I don't think I'll lose that much, maybe 10 or whatever, because where's the next video? Where's the next content review? Blah, 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 blah. Subscribe to the Woody Allen podcast on your phone, okay? I use Pocket Cast, as always, but use Google Cast or whatever. If you want to follow us on there and you're going to miss the Woody Allen videos, follow us there. But all the other Woody Allen videos are still going to be here. All the other content I do, I'll do it sporadically when I feel motivated to talk about something. So the next video will be the Wheel of Time, what I thought about it now that I've finished everything. And I'll leave it at that. This has been kind of a low-key 10-year update video on what's going on, what do I want to do, blah, 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 blah. And, just thought I'd shoot the shit with you one way or another. Anyway, thanks for riding with me and us and everyone. And thank you for all the collaborators, subscribers, friends, followers, and all the other stuff. And I will leave it at that for now, guys. Stay safe. Stay safe in these crazy times. Take care of yourselves. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next recording. Peace.